According to you, what are the things that will help you to study better? What will help you to understand your subject in a better way? What will help you to retain more of what you have read? In front of you is a container of water, and between the container, in the container is a small statue, as you can see. And you can see this properly. It's brown or dark brown in color, and it is long, and there are some features, right? So you can see the statue very clearly. Now, what if the water was muddy? Or what if the container was shaking? Could you still see the statue clearly? Let's find out. So I added some mud from this plant, and as you can see, the statue is no longer there. If the container is shaking, obviously you can't see it further. You can see maybe like glimpses of it. So this brown thing here, and from back you can see that the statue is there, but you can't see it clearly anymore, right? To see the statue clearly, two things are important. First, the water should be clear. Second, the water should be stable. Now, coming back to the earlier question, what are the things that will help you to study better? If your head is clear, if your mind is stable, yes. So, our mind is like this container of water. If it is clear and stable, then we can see things properly, we can understand things properly. But if it is hazy and unstable, we can't see things properly, no matter how much we look. So, can we really see the statue no matter how much we look? No, right? Because it is muddy, right? So, our mind also becomes hazy and unstable like this container of water from time to time. As students, there is a lot of pressure of exams to study so much, and to write the exams well, and that's understandable. And with this pressure comes nervousness, comes fear, and these things make the mind hazy and unstable. Now let's bring back the container of water, and you can see the water is hazy and little bit unstable, and you can't see the statue. Now let us just put this container of water on a flat surface, and we will leave it untouched for a few minutes. What do you think will happen? What do you think will happen to the water and the statue? The water will start becoming more and more still, and the mud, it is not part of the water, so the mud starts settling down to the base of the container. And after that, what will happen? You will be able to see the statue clearly. And what's this process called? Sedimentation, right? So the water will become clear again, but the only thing is that you have to leave it untouched. You pick it up and give it a swirl, again the sand will come up, and the water will become muddy. You keep it down, the water will become clear as the sand settles down. With water, this process is called sedimentation, and with our mind, it's meditation. When we meditate, the mind starts becoming clearer and clearer. The head starts becoming more and more stable. And just as sand can never be soluble in water, the disturbances in the mind can never be a part of the mind. Just bring the mind to stillness, and all the disturbances will either go away or settle down. Now you will ask, how to bring the mind to stillness? Obviously, sedimentation is easy. You can keep the container of water on a flat surface. But how to keep the mind on a flat surface? Meditation is a little challenging in the beginning, but it becomes easier with practice. What you have to do is bring the body and mind to stillness. Now, bringing the body to stillness is easy, for a few minutes at least, right? We have all played that statue game in our childhood. But how to bring the mind to stillness? There are 3 steps. First, write down 1 to 50 on a piece of paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way to 50. Second step, count your breaths. So as you inhale, 1, and as you exhale, 2, and again inhale 3, and as you exhale 4. Okay, so count your breaths like that. Now when you do this, a thought might come into your mind, and that's very natural. What you have to do is encircle the number in the piece of paper at which the thought came, and then continue with step number 2. So for example, you start your breathing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have a thought at the 5th count. Suppose I have to revise that subject for the last time, okay? And then what you do, without doing anything else, just encircle 5 on that piece of paper, okay? And then continue breathing again. Inhale 6, exhale 7, inhale 8, exhale 9, and then 10, 11, 12. And again at the 12th count, another thought might come that I have to call my friend to ask how much she has studied and all, right? Now what you do, you encircle 12 on that piece of paper, and that way you go all the way till 50. What you don't want to do is lose track of counting, and in the beginning that will happen, and that happens only when we have a thought and we go further into it. Suppose you are doing your counting, you are breathing, and a thought comes to your mind like, let me call my friend. Now instead of encircling that number, encircling the number at which you had that thought, you go further into that thought. So the thought started like, let me call my friend, and then she must have revised at least 5 times by now. And then she always scores such nice marks, she is so beautiful, but her sister is so mean, she was so rude to me, and etc, etc, right? So you see how that thought started and how it ended. And were any of these thoughts useful? No, right? So when you sit to do this exercise, you have to stop at the first thought and encircle the number where you had that thought. And in the beginning, there might be many circled numbers on the paper, and that's absolutely okay as long as you reach till 50. And the next time you do this exercise, tell yourself that there will be at least one less circle number on the paper, and soon you will reach 0. And that's all you need to still the mind. A still mind is a very powerful mind. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know in the comment section if you're going to try this exercise, or if you have already tried this exercise, and also share it with your friends, because obviously this practice is very powerful and very effective, but it's a fun challenge as well. Thank you so much.